is enough said.
What's up, Heat Nation? Your boy Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Would really appreciate it, guys, if you could like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate the support. Now, we're going to rock and roll on another Miami Heat Talk adventure, because I got a good one for you today, you guys. It's like I said, it's August. This is the slowest time of the year. So sometimes I want to come up with something a little different, something a little outside the box. And I think this video is going to be a pretty fun one, especially for the Miami Heat fans that have been Heat fans for a while now. Now, first and foremost, want to give mad credit. This Saturday, it is going to be Goran Dragic, the Dragons' final retirement game. It's called the Night of Dragons. It will be happening this Saturday. I believe it's at 2 p.m. Jimmy Butler was supposed to play. He will not attend. He has a prior engagement in China that he'll be at. So Jimmy Butler won't be there. But you got a lot of NBA stars like Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic. You know, a lot of other types of European players are going to be present as well. But it was reported a few days ago, and I got to talk about this, you guys. Chris Bosh is going to be at this game also. And it was recently reported that Chris Bosh is actually going to play in Goran Dragic's retirement game. Chris Bosh will be coming out of retirement to play one night only. So technically, you can kind of say this is Chris Bosh's retirement game also, you guys. Now, I know that this is going to sound a little crazy. You know, I know we're all, you know, not that old, but hey, last time Chris Bosh played in the NBA was 8 years ago. So for the newer Miami Heat fans or people that just started watching the NBA, Chris Bosh used to be in the Miami Heat from 2010 to 2016. He was a part of the Big Three era. As you see, you guys, I've changed the jerseys a little bit back here. You got Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Udonis Haslem. These were all players from the 2010-2014 Big Three era run. Chris Bosh was a part of that Three Kings era. And for those of you that don't remember, Chris Bosh, his playing career ended abruptly in 2016 due to a blood clot issue. He had blood clots 2 straight years in the NBA, was forced to retire early. So Chris Bosh hasn't played professional basketball in about 8 years. So it's incredible that he's coming out of retirement to play this one game. A lot of people may not see this as a big deal. I do. Because Chris Bosh was at his apex level with this Miami Heat team before he was brought out to retirement. The game was moving at Chris Bosh's level. Y'all realize that Chris Bosh in today's NBA would be a beast. Chris Bosh was incredible. I mean, not even Miami Heat Chris Bosh. Toronto Raptors Chris Bosh was a beast. His last year in Toronto, he averaged 24 points a game, 11 rebounds, 51% from the field, 37% from the three-point line. He only didn't average many attempts a game, actually. He wasn't really shooting a lot of threes back then, but he was known for his mid-range game. Then he comes to the Miami Heat. He plays alongside LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. And everybody thinks, oh, it's going to be cake. They're going to go 82-0. It wasn't that easy their first year because there's one basketball. 3 guys that were known as being the guy. One dude had to take a step back. And Chris Bosh was that guy that took the step back. Changed his game for the betterment of the team. And you know, Chris Bosh takes a lot of flack. And I even remember during that Big Three era when Chris Bosh was a part of the team, every season it was like, do we trade Bosh? Do we keep Bosh? He was so underappreciated. And you were hearing guys in the team like Eric Spoelstra, Dwayne Wade, Udonis Haslem, Shane Battier. They were saying things like Chris Bosh is the most important player. And you had knuckleheads out there like, no, LeBron was the best player. Because if Chris Bosh had not changed his game, had not focused more on the defensive end, focused more on spacing his game and developing his three-point shot, this team would not have been as good as they were. There were times that this team were struggling with the Big Three era. So I applaud Chris Bosh for doing what's best for the team to win. Because a lot of people would have seen a Wade, Bosh, and LeBron team and think all 3 guys should be averaging over 23 points a game and dominating. I remember Heat fans back in the Big Three era were saying things like, Bosh is averaging 18 points and 8 rebounds a game. Why can't he average over 10 rebounds? Why is he not averaging Toronto numbers? Because he had to change his game to better LeBron and Dwayne Wade out there. It's not that easy. Chris Bosh doesn't get his respect, so he's getting it here. But on another level, you guys, starting in the 2014 season, the last year of the Big Three era, Bosh really changed his game. That season, he went from averaging about 0.5 to 1 3-point attempts a game. He started averaging 3 3-point attempts a game in the 2014 season. Then he went up to 4 3-point attempts a game the 2015 season. Then in his final year, 4.2 attempts per game. He even got himself in the 3-point contest in the 2016 season. The 2 years that LeBron was out, Bosh was averaging about 20.7 rebounds a game. Chris Bosh is a max level player in today's NBA. He was starting the whole spacing big man front. He was playing amazing next to Hassan Whiteside. That 2016 Miami Heat team, till this day, you guys, is one of the biggest regrets in the Miami Heat season ever. Imagine that 2016 team with a healthy Dwayne Wade, Goran Dragic, Luol Deng, Hassan Whiteside, and Chris Bosh starting at the starting five. That would have been a problem for the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Eastern Finals. And I know the Heat would have ended up in the Eastern Finals that year because they went to Game 7 against Toronto without Whiteside and Bosh. So all I'm saying, you guys, and I'm going a little bit back in time, you guys, because I'm sure there's some Miami Heat fans that are enjoying this, remembering those good times with Bosh. Well, there might be some Heat fans that don't really remember those days or weren't even watching Miami Heat at those times. There's some Heat fans like that. So my job is to open up the memory trail or teach you some new stuff and show you the legacy about this boy, Chris Bosh, because he has his number in the rafters for a reason. Changed his game when he came to the Miami Heat. Coachable as hell. Hell of a team player. Always with a positive attitude. Always with a smile on his face. Wins you 2 NBA championships. And yeah, everybody remembers the shot from Ray Allen that saved LeBron's career in Game 6. But nobody wants to talk about who grabbed the rebound and kicked it to Ray Allen. Chris Bosh. And let's not forget that when San Antonio had a chance to win the game, when Danny Green had a good 3-point shot in the corner, Chris Bosh, instead of contesting, blocked that shit out the court. So Chris Bosh deserves nothing but respect, acknowledgement, and love from the Miami Heat fans. Chris Bosh, I salute you. I thank you for everything you've done, and I will be trying my best to watch you this Saturday in Goran Dragic's retirement game. Because for Miami Heat fans and Toronto Raptors fans, and even NBA fans, this is a beautiful moment. This guy's career was taken from him when he was at his very best. He could have given this Miami Heat team something beautiful. And let's not forget that 2017 season when Wade left. Those young boys, imagine if Chris Bosh would have been able to play on that team fully healthy. It wouldn't have been a championship year, but that Miami Heat team with Bosh could have made the playoffs. It could have been like a 2019 Brooklyn Nets type of vibe. Fun all season long. You win some, you lose some, but it's a fun year. Who knows? We can't change the past. We can just control the present and enjoy the future. Thank you, Chris Bosh. I'll be watching. Mad respect. Heat Nation, let me know what you think in the comments. What's your best memories about Chris Bosh in a Miami Heat uniform? Me? Was that game against Portland where he sunk in that 3-point shot at the end of the game to win with LeBron James and Dwayne Wade on the bench. And he showed you that Toronto Raptors Chris Bosh. Also that block against Danny Green. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to the channel as we push for 5,000 subscribers. Thank you, Chris Bosh. Thank you, Heat Nation. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said. Let's go, Heat.